Alright, what is up YouTube? We are up on the mountain again. Had to work today, and as soon as I got off work, I raced home, saw the wife and kids before they left, and then just started grabbing gears, headed up here to the mountain. Basically, we're in a spot that a lot of people know the elk winter around here, and I just kind of wanted to try to be one of the first in here. Somebody's drove up the road system. I don't know how far. As soon as I got to the spot I wanted to be, I parked, jumped out, and started walking. The dog's rolling in the snow. That's probably the noise you can hear. But I haven't seen any other boot tracks. Tons of elk sign. So we're going to just cover as much ground as we can before it gets dark, and then start from there again later. I work in the oil field. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. I work week on, week off. So it gives me a lot of time to come up on the mountains. But then if my wife and kids aren't home, I come up on the mountains after work. So that's what we're doing right now. And like I said, we're just going to cover ground, see if we can find anything, and go until it gets dark, and then work our way out and just mark our end spot on the GPS. Start there next time. It's really thick in here. So, I mean, I could miss a horn by 20 feet, but the main reason I came in here is because you can't see this area from the road. So, just yet again, trying to get away from people as much as I can. So, anyways, we're going to take off now. So, we are a little ways in here, and I just want to show, I by no means am an elk shed expert, or a shed expert in any way, but all I'm doing is getting on these elk trails. And as you can tell, this is a well-worn elk trail, and just following them into their bedding areas. So we got up here after work and got up here well above where all the other vehicles have been, and hiked in here, started getting into knee-deep snow. Sun's getting ready to start going down, and we've been following just an elk highway in the snow for a while, and finally was like, alright, it's time to start heading out, and just glass this face, and there's a shed sitting up here. So we're gonna walk up, grab this shed, glass this face a little bit, and then we're gonna have to bail. Okay, so here's the shed we just videoed. I walked up to grab it, and look at what's poking over that bush. I'm betting that's a match. That's so freaking close. She hasn't noticed it yet. She's not really a shed dog, but she likes horns, so I think I just found a set. Alright, we are back up on the mountain, and we're heading kind of into the same place where we found those two big elk sheds last week. Or, well, not big, but those two elk sheds last week. Fresh, that's probably the better word to use, but we parked basically in the same spot. In the last video I mentioned, and I don't know if it'll be in that video or if I'll edit it out, but I had all these plans to hike in one side, circle around, come back down the other side. Well, I got so far up in there, found those elk and those sheds, and then spent the rest of the day kind of looking for matches, glassing around, so I didn't ever make it up this other side. By now, someone's probably beat us to this other side, but we're going to do it anyways. Instead of driving as far up as we can get and then hiking into just where I found those sheds, we're going to do the whole other side of this canyon and then loop around. We got most of the day. I got to pick the kids up tonight from daycare, but it's like 6:45, 7. I would look at my watch, but my Suunto broke, so I'm guessing, yeah, we're going to head off, see if we can find anything, and at the very least put in almost a whole day. I mean, generally I'd like to stay closer till dark. I'll have to leave probably 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but it'll be the longest shed hunt I've had so far. So anyways, we got some deer up here on the face above us, so we're gonna throw the pack on, sneak out, glass this face, see where they're headed, and then work our way out into that other canyon. So we're out. So the dog found one. on her own that I should have found. I'm talking 2-3 feet from it. It is a small muley deadhead. Now, for anyone who wants to come to Utah to shed hunt, or, you know, even in your own state, haven't shed hunted, decide you're going to try, check your regulations. Utah, you cannot pick that up. That is not a detached horn. It's still attached to the skull plate. You can't take that. Now, granted, I could probably call it in. DWR would probably come check it out, probably say, yeah, you can have it. But it's a lot of effort for a 2-point deadhead that's pretty far up here. So I'm not gonna put in that effort. We're gonna just pick it up, hang it in this tree for fun. And honestly, picking it up may even be stretching the limits of the law here. So just, you know, check your regulations before you go out. If you're going to a new state, some states have open seasons for shed hunting. So just make sure you put in that effort. Don't get on Facebook. Don't get on Facebook and ask, hey, what are the laws? They can tell you whatever they want. And if they lie to you and you believe them, that's on you. Every state has a proclamation, a guidebook, a website. Call your local officers. Do not get on Facebook and ask what the laws are. I mean, you know, it's fine to get on there and be like, hey, so I understand it like this, and see what people say, or ask about other things, but in the end, it is on the person who is out there to know the law. So don't get busted doing stupid stuff because you didn't put in the effort. So the next bench up from where we're at, about 200 feet, is where I'd watched these bulls come out 6 days ago when we found those sheds. I can't find any horns up there, but I just dropped down to the next bench. As you can see, all these trees are rubbed, and a lot of it's super fresh. So there's got to be a horn around here somewhere.